Boy, these backup campers are sure neat, aren't they? Let's go get us some Starbucks, girls. Yeah, I can't wait till Barbie comes out. Oh shit, and I passed it. And I can't see. I don't even know what I'm gonna order. I have no clue. Just said Starbucks sounds good. Okay, shit.
I think you could choose a Starbucks. Can I start it for you?
Is there any kind of cool way you can make a green tea, like an iced green tea, but or you know how we have like sweet tea? Do you have sweet iced green tea?
Alright.
Yeah, thank you. Iced
Yeah, no problem.
sweet. And then can I get a pup cup?
Of course. What else for you?
That's all.
Alright, 412.
Okay. My tongue's slapping my brains out right now. It's so happy. Good, how are you?
That's 412.
Here we go.
Would you like a straw?
Nah. Thank you.
Alright, here you go.
Thank you.
No problem.
These people are awesome. Fucking delicious. I mean, how are you gonna put a straw in that? How are you supposed to eat a pup cup with a straw? Squeeze it. I hope that doesn't hurt my stomach because I'm lactose intolerant, even though I still eat cheese. I feel the...
Try this and see.
Thank you. Oh, I don't need a straw. It's got a hole in it. That's what she said. That's amazing.
All right.
Wow.
So, if you want to order it again, it has the 6 pumps of the classic syrup in it.
Okay, thank you. You too. Yay. Oh, hold on before I drive off. I wanted a sweet green tea, but I didn't. Well, y'all heard me. Anyway, let me finish my pup cup here. It's really hard to eat this. Why do they call it pup cup? It's really hard to achieve this. They should really consider doing dairy-free pup cups for people like me. Why do my lips look so pink? Gotta get some treats for the puppy.
I don't know what I'm looking for.
You're getting treats for the baby puppy. The treats you got are... Oh, look, here's treats. Look. Oh, my keys are in the way. Look. They're treats. Look, they have little popsicles. Oh, look, they have puppy cake pops. Pup pops. Oh my god, pup pops. So yeah, not only did we get a cat the other day by saving his little butt, whom I named Donkey, but we also got a dog. Yes, my mom bought my daughter a dog. So now I am a grandmother again. But anyway, Donkey's doing really well and healing up nicely. His eye is doing much better. It almost looks like it never was messed up, and he's eating well, rambunctious, but got another kitten. These are plenty of pup toys. I mean, pup treats.
Yeah, things like the size of a head.
Oh, look, it's teething rings. Oh, it's little puffy teething rings. Look, Dims. Oh, look, Dims. Look, these. Dinosaurs.
It's a duck.
It's Ducky. It looks like a little slippers. Oh.
You got a monkey and everything.
But look, it's an octopus.
They had another one.
Squeeze it.
They have a wine bottle for your dog.
It's a pizza.
Huh?
What's that dog doing?
It's not a dog.
What the? Oh, what in the world? Somebody did that. Who did that? Who did that? My goodness. Oh my gosh. It's a rubber chicken. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. This thing right here, that don't even look like a dog toy, if you know what I'm saying. Jeez. That'd be some shit. People come into a pet store just to get some cheaper sex devices. Oh look, it's a lobster. Oh my gosh. It's a little tuxedo. Favorite child? Yeah, look. Favorite
I
child.
saw that at Walmart.
That is so. It's got a bow.
I know, I saw it.
It's a bow. It's a hoodie. And a little white vest.
All you gotta do is pay for the tag, and the engraving is free.
I've never seen this before. Do a lot of people do it?
Yes.
It's more popular now, isn't it?
Yes.
Or more popular now. Pun intended.
That was terrierific.
Terrierific. That's a good one.
I like this one. Yeah, when you work at a
You learned
store,
some.
I think of words.
You probably do. Hi, you Bessie. Look at your mouth is doing better. His eye is almost healed. How you doing, donkey? Oh goodness. See his mouth, his jaw had the skin. Oh, look at his eye, guys. His eye is better. See, his eyes are better. He's donkey. He's happy boy. And look at his mouth. The bone itself and the jaw was fine. Oh goodness. See if we can get a good picture. See it? But it's healing now. It's basically going all the way back up. I think it's gonna heal completely. The vet said that his jaw should be just fine. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Who's a sweet baby boy? Oh. 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 It's Donkey. Oh. I got his belly. I got his little baby. He loves it. I got your little baby. Aww. Baby boy. Did you have it? Donkey's doing good, as you guys saw. Hopefully you can hear me because I have the air on full blast. How are y'all today? You're good. I'm good too, honey. Good shit. Oh, oh. Isn't that a song for like the 80s? I don't know what it's called and I don't know who sings it, but oh, oh. That's all I know. Oh, oh. I'm so disappointed in myself. I mean, I'm glad it's just this, but I'm very disappointed in myself because ever since, I guess since I could chew, I think I could chew before I could remember things, but ever since I could chew, I've bitten my nails. And if you followed me for a while, you know that I actually prefer to keep my nails done. Usually they're red or like alien green, or like a deep alien green, like a sea alien. On the rare occasion I've had black and blood and stuff like that, but usually I stick to that lawn ornament. Just scared the shit out of me. I thought there were 2 deer about to run out in front of the road, but it was just deer lawn ornaments, I guess you would call them. Anyway, what was I saying? ADD. Oh yeah, nails. So basically I've been biting my nails since I could chew, I think, and on and off. Even though I prefer to keep my nails done, it just looks better. You know what I mean? It just looks professional. It looks better when your nails are done. Now that's just my opinion. But I bit him again. I did. I bit him again. And I didn't just bite him. I bit him all the way down. So all that progress, all that, I think years I kept him on this time, at least a year. And they were growing. They were beautiful. And what did I do? I bit them all off. So I'm disappointed. But I'm glad it's just that. I don't worry about anything else because the alcohol, you know, almost dying, that does it. mean, not everybody, but it did it for me. I mean, not the DUI, not none of that. I'm telling you, we've already done this in a video, but I'm telling you, alcohol, not worried about it. Cigarettes, I'm not worried about it because of how I felt when I smoked, and I always had pleurisy or bronchitis. I was always sick, and it just, I'm not a good candidate for smoking anyway. So, but biting my nails, I don't know what it is. If I get anxious or even sleepy, and I'm like not really, you know what I mean? I'll just bite my nails, or bored. I'll just sit there and bite my nails. And it's such a, not to mention is it not attractive for me, but it's probably not very sanitary. I mean, you can wash your hands, but it's just your nails, you know? I was in cosmetology. We had to learn nails, and that's a hard subject to learn because there's a lot of nail diseases you don't know about. Have you guys ever like bitten your nails? If you're nail biters out there, have you ever bitten your nails where you get like, I mean, knock on wood, it hasn't happened to me in a long time, but it's happened to me, both me and my daughter, where you bite your nails so low or whatever, you end up getting like kind of an ingrown nail in the side, but then because you don't realize it until it's too late, it gets pussy, and then you have to go and literally have it relieved to get the infection out. I mean, it's so gross, but it's it's happened to me before, and it's happened to my daughter. So don't bite your nails. If you can help it, just try not to bite your nails. But I mean, I'm not one to talk. Look at me. I've been wanting to have this conversation with you guys, but I don't really know how to put it into words. I really don't. And maybe that's the problem, because I'm trying to put it into words when I should just say it. It has to do with ghosting. And I just, not necessarily that, but kind of. I don't care for the word ghosting. I feel like as a society today, and for the past several years, there's certain words people hang on to, and ghosting is one of them, and everybody uses it and things like that. But it's like, I mean, honestly, we all have our own way of doing and being, you know what I mean? But we've been so trained in a society that we become dependent on each other, and we spoil each other with all these things. And so the moment that you don't do that, it's like people get really upset, and then they feel that you're not genuine, or then they become your enemy, and then they think, oh, you were never really my friend, or you were never really, because you don't talk to me. And it's like, what the hell did we do before phones and technology was invented? Do you know how long it took us to get messages across to each other? Oh, a long bleeping time. Okay? Think about it. We had fucking snail mail. We still do, but that's all we had. We had, what, telegrams, or people delivered them. I remember that from the Sound of Music, I believe. Something about a telegram. I mean, what about, I mean, let's just talk about Jesus. If you want to talk about the story of Jesus, whether you believe in it or not, I'm just talking about a story that, you know, all the time Jesus would go pray. Do you think those people were like, Jesus ghosted us again? He ghosted us. We haven't heard from him in whatever the time limit, because it's going to be different for everybody, and whatever an individual person believes should have been an appropriate time. Now, if we're talking about work and things like that, omit this part. This has nothing to do with, you know, like not being prompt to your job, or not being prompt to your responsibilities and things. But if, when it comes to like individual people on an individual basis, or, you know, even a friend basis, a group basis, whatever it be, and people just have this idea that in their timeline, whatever it is, no matter if they've had lots of patience and waited, or none at all, or in the middle, it doesn't matter. It's like we hang on this, well, you're not talking to me the same way you were anymore, or you're acting differently, or you're doing this, or you're pulling away. And it's like, what the hell did we do when we didn't have any of this? You know how long it took before you actually got to hear back from somebody? Let's say you had a love, and they were only, like, I don't know, 30 minutes away, but the only way you could get there is by horse. But your daddy happened to be using the horse to go get food for the family that night. Always on the horse. So you didn't have a car. What, are you going to walk it? I don't think so, okay? Probably didn't have shoes back then. So you're not going to have any way to be able to communicate with each other. I mean, do you know how many times a woman had to be home cooking the dead thing, whatever it was, that her husband, or probably her son, had to go kill that morning? Because they didn't have refrigerators, so they couldn't put shit in the fucking refrigerator and save it. They had to kill their shit every day, right? And we're all talking about, you're ghosting me. Bitch, because I'm out there trying to fend for the fucking family. Now we're just on computers and shit typing away, or we're on the cell phone, or we're on the phone at work, or we're doing whatever we're doing. But like, anyways. I digress. All I'm trying to say is chill out. Chill out. For real. And this is a message to myself too. I mean, it's an everyday thing. Nobody's better than anybody, and nobody's, we're not. And it's an every single day thing that we have to wake up and be consciously aware of ourselves and what we're doing and what we're seeing and all these things. Be aware. All I'm saying is I've learned this lesson and I'm just sharing it with you guys that chill out. Okay? Chill out. If you have a certain something in your mind, let's say, and it isn't being done, then either go where it will be done, if you must have it that way, or chill the fuck out and adapt with the energy. You see what I'm saying? Because we're so controlling. It's like we want to control everything. And we definitely want to control other people's time, especially like in romantic situations, where it's like, I don't know. I mean, that's a whole nother topic. I feel like I could be on a video for 5 hours talking about that. Honestly, I do better talking about the analogies than talking about the actual. This is why I don't like thinking about it when I said I didn't want to have this conversation yet, because I didn't know how to say it. But it's like one of those things you can't know how to say. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting back thinking, I wonder what people said to Jesus when he would come back to the people after going away and praying for so long. If they were like, you know what, I think we really need to go on a break because you're not Jesus-ing today and you really left me behind, and you know what, I feel like if we're going to have a real connection here, we need to communicate. And then Jesus being like, you ain't my daddy. I was talking to my daddy. I was talking to him. I got good communication with my daddy, but you ain't my daddy. Daddy! Hey, yo, daddy! Daddy! Down here. Your son. Your faithful, loving servant, Lord. Daddy, these people are telling me that they don't want to be my friends because I was communicating more with you. And I'm not communicating properly with them, Father. What shall we do? And I bet you, I can't even say. But can you imagine? I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm sure, I just, So consider that maybe if you ever feel like a friend or a lover or a love interest isn't doing something in the timing that you think, or they got quiet, or you haven't, what if they did ghost? What if they did? What if they went to get the milk and they never came back? Hey, it's happened to me. If you know, you know. Okay, it's a lesson I had to learn. And I'm telling you, sometimes people dip. Let them. And don't let them begrudgingly, like, you know what? I just can't believe that you didn't see my value, or I can't believe that you didn't, like, don't take it so personally. Even if it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a mixture. Who gives a shit? Just chill out. You know what I mean? Just chill out. One, you're gonna learn something if you do. See it from a different perspective. Imagine if we didn't have cell phones and vehicles and internet and any of that, any technology. Imagine if we had to travel on foot or by horses or animals, donkeys everywhere. I told you I could go on this subject for like 5 hours, and it goes deep into love. That's a big one. People mostly use it for love, but people will use it. And let's say people don't use the word ghosting. Like, I don't want to get hung up on that. I mean, just having an expectation of an amount of time you should get of somebody's, or an amount of time that they should do something, or an amount of time that they, you know what I mean? I'm not saying don't have your standards, I guess. I'm not saying don't have your standards. What I am saying is, if you happen to just not be able to bend on any of those standards, or call it what it is, expectations, then point that expectation or standard in another direction and do it quietly. It doesn't mean someone thought a certain way about you. It doesn't mean that you have to think a certain way about them. It doesn't mean anything. Stop with being negative about it. Let it be whatever it is, whether you know it or not, whatever it is. Enjoy the fact that you even had a moment. Okay? I'm serious. And it's going to be an everyday thing. It's not going to be easy. Take it from me. Take it from me. I'm not saying I've mastered this. I've learned this lesson, but it doesn't mean that I don't forget it every now and then. Like, I have to check myself. I always have to check myself. Do you know how often? It's not very often anymore, but it still happens to me where I'm like, okay, calm down. I'm hearing a cop in my head. Like I'm hearing sirens. Siren. This could be an actual siren. Like the energy of a siren. I'm hearing something about song. I don't know, I'm just sitting here, my mind's going still. I'm trying to think of something else, but then I'm actually kind of feeling about this siren thing. Like, you know, I'm trying to figure out what Spirit's trying to say about this siren energy. But then I'm still on the subject of like, what the hell on the other thing. Because I'm picturing monks. Now I'm picturing monks. I'm like, do you think monks come to each other and they're like, hey, you've been quiet there. You haven't said anything to me. I'm meditating. I meditate 24/7, 365. Maybe it's not monks. Maybe they do say things. Let's say people have taken a vow of silence. But what if you're just busy? What if you don't have to have an answer at all? What if you shouldn't have? Anyway. And we're on to a different subject. Oh, that's creepy. You know, after a rain, when it has the sun's coming back out and it's hot and you got fog on the ground. It's scary. I'm just like all of you. There's no difference. We're the same. Is it just that I'm parched or that this is some smooth water, but like awkwardly smooth? The second sip's not so bad, but the first one's a little odd. It kind of tasted like the bath the bath water my aunt used to bathe me in. She was so sweet. I loved her so much. But the bath water there, it was in Louisiana when I was a little girl. I'll never forget it. Aunt Sharon, rest in peace. I love you. She was like, she would always bathe me. Always. She was a very homemaker. She was like a homemaker lady, and she loved taking care of the kids, cooked. She always cooked. I mean, she was just amazing. The bath water in her house was so, it was like milky, or not milky, but like silky. But I'm telling you, and this water tastes like it. Well, it did. I'm just nursing it. By George, where are we? In the middle of nowhere. In the high and something mountains. Da 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 da. Why am I channeling that? I'm channeling a song from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? It's like, in the big top candy mountains. In the big top candy mountains. What? In the big top candy mountains. All the hens, they done laid their eggs. And I sent my wife, Georgia, out there to grab them in her legs. What? That's definitely not the song. Woo! My foot's asleep. Ay! We're gonna pass this silo up here. I think it's called a silo. I could be wrong. Could be Cisco. Don't y'all think silos, if that's the name of them, don't you think they look like peckers? They look like peckers to me. Look at this. Hold on, it's coming. That's what he said. There it is. Look at it. Tell me that don't look like. You know it does. I'm talking to myself, yes. I'm not talking to myself if the video's going, okay? I'm talking to you. You being the camera. Oh, that's a big silo. Oh my god. 2, 3, 4! Oh my god! There's one over there. This is Daddy right here. This one. Look at this. You're gonna see two. Or look there. Look how big it is. You can't even fit it in the. That's what she said. Two side by side, and then the Big Daddy. Silo sex. I wonder if silos get crushes on each other. If they have like energy, like trees and shit do. Can you imagine silos fighting? You know, they can't move, but like across the field, kind of like the Wizard of Oz when the trees would fight with each other. Can you imagine silos from across farms and fields from each other being like, she liked me better.
She's mine, bro.
You know what? I'm a filler full of corn tonight.
Don't you fucking dare.
But the Big Daddy's like, watch me. Watch me. She's had plenty of you. But I'm the new one in town. And I hold way more. I'm a filler up with corn. I'm a filler up with corn. Oh, I love when they go down like this. Yeah. I've always thought, like, what type of movie would I be on? If I could be in a movie, what type of movie would I be on? I don't know, but I feel like I could do crazy really well. I think I could do crazy really well. Do you know one of my favorite actresses was Brittany Murphy? Don't know who that is? I love Brittany Murphy. I think she was a Scorpio. Love her. Oh my gosh, that woman was so good. She was multi-talented. She could do any role, but she did really good at crazy. She did like Clueless. She was a little. I could play that so easy. And then she did one called Don't Say a Word. She also did Girl Interrupted. And then she did like Uptown Girls and things like that, you know. But the ones where she played kind of, I love that. It just spoke to my soul. I was like, girl, do your thing. So I think I could do good at crazy. It would just be natural to me, you know what I mean? It really wouldn't be acting. I'm sure someone's saying she wouldn't have to act. You're funny, you're right. Or like bitchy. I could do bitchy. Listen, if you're watching and you guys are about to, like, I don't know, I got any movie directors or something watching and you're about to put out a pilot for a cuckoo movie, right here. Hey, you want me to do my profile? Anyways, I'm just saying. And you might not have to train me much because, you know what I'd love to have right now? I would love to have some green tea from Starbucks. Some green tea. I gotta get that. If y'all know any green tea recipes that are good, I mean, I usually like green tea hot by itself, just, tea bags, green tea, hot water. But I also like trying new green teas. Like, if you know any recipe that, or anything I can tell Starbucks to make my green tea taste better, let me know. A lot of bouncing, a lot of jumping, a lot of diverting attention. Some of you may feel like you're unable to get the things done that you need to get done. You could feel that you're kind of scattered, and not necessarily scatterbrained, but that you're almost having to be scatterbrained or becoming scatterbrained, or the result is scatterbrained due to overwhelm, physical overwhelm, or it could be financial overwhelm, I'm hearing, or something to do with work. Maybe some of you feel like there's too many, I'm also hearing demands. Now we're channeling. Here we go. Here we go. I'm telling you, it's every time I drive, but it takes a minute, it's just Spirit's like, okay, now's a good time. Let's just start going. Right as I was talking about overwhelm and being scatterbrained, I saw 555. I think it was like 4 5s, maybe even. It was on this mailbox. I'll show you. Something maybe needing to change, or yes, I'm hearing something is needing to change so that there won't be so much scattered energy, there won't be so much stress, there won't be so much anxiety. I feel like I'm channeling and then it goes away, and then I'm channeling and then it goes away. And usually when I channel, it'll happen like that, but it'll be a little bit more steady. But Spirit's kind of bouncing today, and that's when I can tell that something, they're telling me the energy is scattered. You know, maybe the energy in the collective, you could be feeling scatterbrain, like it's too much to think about, or so much to do when you really want to focus on this, but you can't because you have all this to focus on, or whatever it is. You guys could be feeling overwhelmed. My wrist is hurting out of nowhere. Wrist. It's my right wrist. It almost looks a little swollen, actually. Maybe it's not, but it feels like it. My wrist randomly started feeling hip, wrist, arrest, aristocrat. But anyways, Krista, a wristband, something about a wristband or some sort of, there's birds on the road message. See, here we go, I'm channeling again. Okay, something about the wrist, could also mean risk, but wrist is also, the right side of the body is masculine, and it is the future. So, I don't know, is a masculine getting arrested in the future? Or it's some sort of risk? Or risk? Also something about tea. I don't know, something to do with tea, because I'm seeing brisk, which is a type of tea. Tea, brisk. So we're channeling. Here we go. We're channeling. I like channeling. Let's channel Spirit. It's still hurting. There's also something to do with wires, or something is wired wrong, or it's a glitch, or something to do with wire. I was hearing wire fraud, but wired. Maybe there's like cameras or surveillance, but there's some sort of something to do with wires. Wired, or somebody could be wired, or maybe someone's like wired, you know, like, have you ever heard the expression in the South, we say, oh, she's wired, she had too much candy today. A lot of times people will say that about younger children, they're wired, but maybe someone's actually wired, or it's like illicit, huh. Someone could also be trying to catch somebody here. I heard illicit rhymes with Uggs. Wow, we're channeling a lot now, Spirit. There's a cardinal. My left palm is itching. Could be a loss of money, or a fear of a loss of money, or a fear of a loss of something that is valuable. Because usually when my left hand itches, it means a loss of money, or money having to be paid out. Some of you, I'm telling you, if you're new to my channel, I channel on my channel. I just channel. I used to channel with cards, but I don't use tarot anymore, and I made a video on that, or a post on it at least. Stress. Also, maybe people are wanting to like eat more sweets lately, or craving sweets. Could be due to a cycle, but it could be because, you know, when people get stressed, sometimes you want to eat sweets, and I'm getting something about sweets, because stress backwards is desserts or something like that, and Spirit's reminding me of that. So maybe something to do with sweets, or watch your sugar, or don't eat too much sugar. Well, as soon as I said that, my third eye started to almost itch. It's like vibrating or itching, or vision glasses, vision works, vision. Also seeing something about a Vizio TV, or a vision test, vision, needing to get your eyes tested, or surgery, or something to do with a checkup on the eyes, just making sure they're okay. Something to do with vision, or sometimes somebody just needs, I'm hearing, more sleep, because it could affect your vision. Or something to do with the television. But I've also heard it said that television is a lie. It tells lies to your vision. So be careful little eyes, what you see. There's a baby deer. And I just sang a little, be careful little eyes, what you see. How come the grown deers run across the road, but the baby knew to run back up the driveway? You tell me that. Tell me why a baby little deer, a little boo-boo baby boo-boo, a little boo-boo baby deer, what do you call them? A doe, fawn, deer, doe, a deer, a female baby deer done ran up the driveway trying to, you know, oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. I saw it, and it must have saw me, and we were like, hey, wouldn't be a good idea today, right? You want to see your 18th birthday? Yeah. You want to be able to drive when you're 16. You want to be able to drive those little hooves across the road like your mom did and your dad did. Okay, because they don't pay attention. How does you get it, an adult deer, how did they? It's just, you'd think they would know. But the baby knew. There's some silos over there. You can't see them, but they're way off in the field over there resting. It's Viagra for silos. Watch, somebody's gonna go out there and create something very similar. It's gonna be like some sort of lube called Viagra, and they're gonna lube down those silos to prolong the life of the metal on them. I guarantee you, somebody's gonna be like, it's my idea, and I'll be like, no, it's not. I said it. I said it. I said Viagra. Now this bridge needs some Viagra. What the fuck kind of door is that? Listen, when you see some crazy shit, you gotta turn around. I don't know how many times I'm gonna be vlogging for you guys and have to turn around, but you gotta see this. Why?